Hey everyone, Ryan here at eTrailer. Today on our 2023 Ford Escape, we're going to be showing you how to install the Blue Ox second vehicle breakaway switch kit. Before we do that though, let's take a minute, we'll check this out and talk about some of the scenarios that this might be beneficial to you for. So right away, what this kit is going to come with is a few simple components. You'll get your breakaway switch, the wiring that will go from the breakaway switch to your operating unit, and a new tether which will connect to the breakaway switch and to the hitch on your motorhome. And really what a kit like this can be used for is threefold really. Probably one of the more popular reasons is if you happen to flat tow a couple of vehicles, right? So let's say if you had one set up already and you end up setting up your Escape to be flat towed. One of the nice things about the Patriot braking systems are, they're portable. So what you could do is pick this up, set it up on your Escape, and be able to use the braking system that you already have. Another potential reason that something like this might come, or be useful rather, is if, let's say you had an older vehicle that was set up for your Patriot, and you end up selling it or trading it in, whatever the case may be, and you don't feel like taking the old parts off of it, right? So you just left them on there. You could use this, set it up on the Escape, plug your braking system in, and you're good to go. And last but not least, and this is probably one of the more rare instances, but let's say if you did happen to have a disconnect situation, right? And the breakaway pin was pulled and everything like that, and you'd just rather be on the safe side and have some fresh parts on there to replace, this is where you could use something like this. The kit is going to be compatible with all the Patriot braking systems, so the original one, the Patriot 2, Patriot 3, and even the late model Patriot like we have here today, because they're all going to share that same connection point here. So this is the cable coming from our breakaway switch. We'll just plug right into the operating unit here. The cable that's coming from the breakaway switch to inside of the Escape is going to be more than sufficient in terms of length, so nothing to worry about there. But ultimately, the major takeaway, if you're someone who's looking just to have some fresh parts, freshen up your breakaway switch system, you got that second vehicle that you want to set up to be flat towed, or got a new vehicle and need this kit to put on the front to be able to use your Patriot, then this is going to be the setup for you. Now, as far as the installation goes, not really a whole lot to it at all. You mount up your breakaway switch and run your cable. And thankfully on the Escape, everything's pretty open and easy to get to, so you really shouldn't run into too many issues there. But why don't you stick around, we'll go ahead and get started on it now. To begin our installation, we'll be here at the front of our Escape, and we're doing this the same time that we're doing our base plate. That's why it's all taken apart, and that's what I recommend doing. It's usually a lot easier because you have all this room to work, but this is something that can be done if your fascia is already installed and things like that. Now, we need to figure out a spot to mount this. Now, everyone's setup might be a little bit different. We have a Blue Ox base plate, and there's a tab here that we can attach our breakaway switch to, but we are going to need to modify it and put a small bend in it first. That way it'll be in the correct position. So just apply a little bit of pressure to this on a block of wood, take a hammer, and create a 90-degree angle there. Let's secure it there. I just got a bolt and a flat washer, put that through. On the back side, I got a flange nut here. That tightened up and completely snug down. The breakaway switch is going to have a little connector plug on it, and our cable here, one end, is also going to have that same style of connector. We're going to plug these in. I do like to take just a little bit of dielectric grease, put it on there just to help keep it protected a little better against corrosion and stuff like that. just plug this directly in. And what I'll do is I'll take this bundle of wire, I'll run that up into the engine compartment and show you how I got it there. I got our wiring routed, and I also used some electrical tape just to tape up our connector, little extra layer of protection there. And it's just loosely routed now. I'll come back with zip ties and everything, clean it up. When you're routing stuff, do your best to avoid any hot or moving parts, but it's gonna come around through here and then go up into the engine compartment. Here's our cable here, and just runs up and goes into the firewall. There's a grommet that you can pass the wire through. A little tricky to see from here, but pretty easy to see from the inside, so we'll move in there. Here's where that grommet is, under the driver's side dashboard, and you can just poke a hole in it, take the end of the wire, push it right on through. To actually test our breakaway switch, make sure that's all good, have our system all set up, and what I'll do is go pull our pin, and when we do that, our system should push the brake pedal down. And that's really all there is to it. So we know that it's working properly, and with that done, that'll finish up our look at and our installation of the Blue Ox second vehicle kit for the Patriot braking systems on our 2023 Ford Escape.